You're listening to
The Marne Report.
All right, folks, it's that time again. It's time for another episode of The Marne Report. I'm Kevin Larson with your friendly neighborhood public affairs office, and I am joined here today by two experts in their craft from our Director of Family, Morale, Welfare, and Recreation. I'm joined by Michelle Cowart and Stephanie Kovaluk to talk about something very interesting, something that many of you might want to consider doing, the process for becoming a home-based business. First of all, ladies, thank you for joining me on the show. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you, Kevin, for having us. We have some information to share with you today about our home-based businesses. Stephanie, would you like to tell them about the process?
Sure. Well, for one thing, the home-based business is defined as a business that is primarily ran out of your home, and particularly on post housing.
So this, just to clarify right there, this is for people that live on post if they want to run, say, I don't know, a bakery or a pet grooming service or something along those lines. So it's primarily targeted toward people that are living in housing on post to have a home business, right?
That is correct.
So why is this important for Army families? Why do we have a program to guide them to becoming a home business?
Well, besides the fact that this is a great side hustle, and in today's economy, we all need to get creative. But the main reason is that home-based businesses support the Army family quality of life and provide needed services that the surrounding community may not offer, and even the stuff that MWR and AAFES doesn't offer.
Can soldiers actually do home-based businesses, or is it just limited to spouses?
It's open to anybody who lives on post. So soldiers, family members, retirees. If you are eligible to live on post housing, you are eligible to do home-based businesses.
Fantastic. So then MWR offers pet grooming at the pet boarding facilities. So if a spouse, soldier, anybody who lived on post wanted to open a pet grooming in their home, you would guide them through the process to become a pet groomer on post.
That is correct.
So how does it work? Who needs to approve a home-based business? I mean, do they need approval? Who approves them? What is the process to become a home-based business?
So MWR's role in this process is basically to guide you through the process. So there is an application that's housed on the MWR website, and on there you can find some more information about the Army regulation where all of this is stated. MWR's role is basically to walk you through the process. We are not a deciding factor, but we are there to walk alongside you and point you in the right direction. Stephanie, can you describe what happens when somebody does turn in their packet?
Sure. What my branch does is that we kind of help package your application, and we route it to legal to get their legal concurrence. And once we get that concurrence back, then we will package it for signature for the garrison commander.
Interesting. So it's basically a simple application form that they fill out, and then it gets processed through the channels. Is there anything that would preclude someone from not being approved? Is there anything that would be an automatic denial?
There is. There is a list in AR 210-7, Chapter 2-9, which is forbidden solicitation practices. But that's a little too serious. You guys can do that reading on your own. One of the things that we do want to remind people is that if you work remotely from home, you probably don't need the approval, such as bookkeeping, tutoring, house cleaning, multi-level marketing, just to name a few. And in addition, if you're deciding or interested in doing on-post home child care, this does not fall in the realm of home-based business. However, you do need to contact the MWR Child Youth Services to become part of the Family Child Care, the FCC team.
Which, by the way, we're always looking for that. We need more FCC providers.
Excellent.
Shameless plug.
Well, we'll get right back to that shameless plug after we take this brief break to take a short break and play some important command information messages. We'll be right back.
The Army Maintenance app is a quick and easy way for soldiers, Army families, and DoD civilians to submit work orders in order to maintain their barracks, family housing areas, and workspaces. ARMA enhances the ability to securely submit and access up-to-date information about the status of work orders that have been submitted, as well as provide feedback once the work is accomplished. Users can access ARMA through the Digital Garrison app or by visiting armymaintenance.com. No issue is too large or too small for ARMA. Get connected directly to the service you need, no matter the time of day or night. Create your online profile today at armymaintenance.com.
And we're back from that break. So you were just saying before the break that family child care service, the in-home providers do not fall under this, and other things like telework. Are there any other things that don't fall into the realm of home business, and what does fall into the realm of home-based business?
We are governed by AR 210-7, but some of the examples that we've had in our prior applicants, they have done dog walking, grooming, sitting, car repair, hairdressing and cosmetics, home baking and meal preparation, massage therapy, and retail such as Cincy and Mary Kay.
Another interesting thing about home-based businesses is that although you can take it with you from station to station, from PCS station to station, you do have to re-register at the installation, the incoming or inbound installation. Just because you do it one time, it doesn't mean that you're one and done with the Army career. You do have to register again at the local garrison and go through the same process. Because those things, there could be varying factors from installation to installation. And so, yeah, you do have to register at each one.
That is a good point to remember. So what if you do PCS and you happen to forget to register, or you're a home-based business here on Fort Stewart, Hunter Army Airfield, and you choose not to register at all? What are the benefits of getting approval? Why do you need the approval to run a home-based business?
So we want you to, really it's needed, it's a requirement to be registered with the garrison. So you, in order to be covered, and this is really for your protection, you do have to be registered, and the garrison needs to know that you are operating and doing these things out of your home, because if something goes wrong, you could be at risk. So that is not something that we like to think about, but we do have to plan. And there are procedures in place to protect you.
Also, the installation is we have a vital relationship with the surrounding community, and we are governed by the local business practices of the county and of the state. And so part of this process is to ensure that we maintain good stewardships with our partners on the economy.
So it's about relationship building with the people outside the gates to ensure that we maintain those relationships, and it's also sounds almost like a liability to protect the people running the business, because if something were to happen, heaven forbid, then they've done the right steps. They're protected under this home-based business process, correct?
Correct.
Very good. So we've talked about that it's transferable. You just need to make the added step of, once you do PCS to your new home station, of getting the approvals there, going through the wickets there. We've talked about things that don't fall under the umbrella of a home-based business. So where can people go to find out more about home-based businesses and the process to become one?
So we have a page on the website, on the MWR website, and that can be found on stewarthunter.armymwr.com. We have an entire program page for home-based businesses, along with some other very, very important information. And we are housed out of building 443. That's 778 Gulick Avenue. So the MWR headquarters building, we are housed there. So if you would rather come in and speak to somebody, rather than doing the interactions online or on the phone, you're more than welcome to do so.
Perfect. Is there anything else that you'd want to add or that I forgot to ask?
Can you think of anything?
I can.
Okay. All right.
Well, that wraps up another edition of the Marne Report. Thanks for listening, and join us again when we come at you over the airwaves of the World Wide Web and our other sources where we broadcast. See you on the flip side. I'm Kevin Larson.
Are you a civilian, spouse, or family member who is interested in working for the Army? Check out the Army Fellows Program. This 2-year program allows you to experience the work environment of the Department of Defense while blending work assignments and developmental opportunities that will help you grow into an Army civilian professional with eligibility for permanent placement across the Army. For more information, visit portal.chra.army.mil.